Relationships. Ugh. Relationships. We're being playful. We are being playful. Tracy says, how do you move my hands? How do you make those facial expressions? Tracy is the medium in which collective consciousness, source energy is flowing through. Tracy has moved aside, allowing us to communicate words of wisdom and insights from, we'll say, the heavens above, if you will, but truly it is another dimension. But Tracy sees it as the great heavens, and because she only sees it as loving divine light. Communication with others is the topic. Communication on the internet is sort of the topic. Relationship with others. Why they end so quickly. Why a relationship would be decades long. And so we talked about communication upon the internet because there is such a wonderful expansion of sharing wonderful, wonderful things, insightful wisdom. Ones are truly creating a space to create peace on the planet. There are many who have found the internet to share with others in the grandest of ways. And there are some who share on the internet creating the opposite, creating havoc, wanting to just not being kind, not being compassionate, sharing things that hurt others, sharing things that are upsetting to others, not just words, but sharing videos that are not kind. The internet, social media, texting, email. What we shared was, when it comes to email or text, anytime there is communication between others, two people or many, without tone, it is very difficult to understand exactly what the sender meant. Now, if you know the sender very well and they're normally joyful and they send a text that says good for you, you know they mean it, good for you, exciting. But there are times where the same words, good for you, can be taken as complete an attack, good for me, as sarcasm. Oh, isn't that nice? We shared that when ones receive words without a tone, text, email, messages, you name it, without a tone, it normally is understood by how the receiver is feeling at the time. How the receiver is feeling at the time. Isn't that fascinating? So if the receiver is feeling joyous, abundant, excited, good for you would come across as good for you. And it would, because that's how they are feeling. If one is feeling beaten with life, frustrated, resentful, angry about something, nothing to even do with the good for you words, when they receive good for you, they take it perhaps as sarcasm. They take it as how their emotions are, how they are feeling. Because isn't it true that how you are feeling, the world is, you're viewing the world through that lens. If you are angry, you are viewing the world through anger. If you are resentful, you are viewing the world through resentment. If you are joyful and feeling abundant, you are viewing the world. Think about it. It makes sense. So when you are going about your day and emotions are coming and going, you can wake up and feel angry about something, and by 10 o'clock you are joyful about something, and by 11 o'clock you are feeling upset about something. By noon, you're just level-lined, if you will, and by 1 o'clock, you're in a heated argument, and by 2 o'clock you are sitting quietly having a cup of coffee. All through the day, there are emotions being played out all through the day. And ones will say, why can't I just be happy for the whole day? Why was I presented this? Why did my work have to present this? Why did someone have to tell me that story? And isn't it true? You are feeling so grand, and then you meet up with someone and they share a story that makes you feel saddened or hurt or bothered or perhaps angry. So we talked about what one's actions are and what is the reaction to. So you are going about your day, you are doing your best to maintain your happiness, if you will, wanting to convey lovely words, wanting to be kind, wanting to share compassion, and someone has come along and disrupted your beautiful vibration. And it is just like that. When you think of emotions as vibration, when you think all things are vibration, all of it, it's all vibration. But when you think of your emotions as vibration, and it's going outwards, we mentioned, just think of it as sort of who we want to be playful, and we'll have fairy dust, if you will, floating around. But ones are placing forth anger. And what would that look like if you were to put a color to it, if you were to put so we shared that it's a vibration that goes out. And the vibration does settle. It gets to a place and it does settle. But how far it goes out is truly how intense the emotion is. So if one is feeling angry, it's going outwards and it's going to dissipate, if you will, in the relative future, very close to. If one is feeling rage, think of it as more forceful. That is going outwards, more forceful. So, same with joy, same with happiness. You're feeling happy, you're content. Oh, it's a lovely vibration to immerse yourself in. And if you're feeling over the top joy, abundantly unstoppable because you are feeling so darn good, that vibration even goes further. So think of emotions as vibration and allow yourself to truly ponder what you are creating for yourself in your emotions. So if you are feeling happy, is there a space to bring yourself to even more happiness? Because when you are angry, it is almost easy to find a place to be more angry. Isn't it the truth? Isn't it grand? Isn't that the truth? And we shared in previous segments that you cannot hold anger and happiness. One has to be placed down. One has to be placed down. So you have to let go of happiness to hold anger. And you have to let go of anger to hold happiness. So when you think of it as a choice, also think of emotions as a vibration. And then think beyond that, who's walking into what vibration? So you're placing your vibration out, pick one. There are numerous hundreds of ways to feel. So, and at different levels of intensity to feel it. So you just understand that vibration, you're always walking into it. You're walking into your own vibration. You are also walking into the vibration of another. So think of it going outwards. Someone walks right in front of you. They are walking right through that vibration. They are. And so when you get into a crowd of people and everyone has a vibration, and we talked about what happens when ones come together in anger, it increases war on the planet. And when ones come together in peace, it increases peace on the planet. So what are you choosing to feel this day we want to say to help your own relationships and relationship with oneself? Relationship with oneself. Because if you are feeling miserable and you are placing this vibration out, and you have good reason to feel miserable, we are not condemning, not at all. It is emotion being felt. Think of it just like that. And all emotions are to be felt. Of course they are. That is living upon Mother Earth. That is why you arrived to Mother Earth, to feel something. Divine light is only love. There is no condemning, no harsh judgment. There is no anger in the heavens. It would be absurd, would it not? So ones want the contrast, and you need the contrast. How would you know hot if you did not know cold? What we are sharing is the communication between people, especially with the internet, social media, texting, email. We are asking to find that space to truly ponder your words that you're putting forth. There are people that are greatly suffering because they have received unkind words. Words from strangers, naturally so, especially if it's on the internet. And ones will say, well, don't hang on to it. Don't listen to what they say. They don't even know you. Yeah, it's true. But why were they delivered in the first place? So there is a choice where you can look at the other, the one that is, and we're not saying unkind words are to you, but it happens so much. And there are ones that it's so painful that they are taking their own life. And isn't it true that sometimes it's just the little boop, the smallest of things can break somebody? Isn't that the truth? Ones will be walking along and then all of a sudden something just even, it looks minor to everyone else, and they receive something and it just breaks them. Be kind in your communication. You don't know where another is standing along their pathway. And don't be fooled by if someone has placed, oh, they're abundantly happy and joyous and this is good, and social media, everybody's really, not everybody, but most are painting a wonderful picture of their life. This is what I'm having for supper. This is what I drive. This is where I live. Look at me. I'm on a boat, etc., etc., etc. Look at me. I'm with all my friends. Most people do not post, well, look at me. I'm in the depths of despair, but oftentimes they do. Oftentimes they do, looking for what? Looking for what? A reaction. So what is the reaction? What is your reaction? What is your reaction? Because do not be fooled if someone looks like they have an extraordinary life. How many have you heard of that from the outside they look like they have an extraordinary life and then they have taken their life? How many times have you come across that story? There is no measurement of how someone is feeling on the inside. So when you are communicating, be mindful, because you do not know where the other is truly standing along their journey of life. And if it is a vibration, and it is, being kind to another, even if they've been unkind to you, we shared that in segment 2. Only creates a vibration of more peace. So all the ones that are creating a peaceful are creating peace on the planet. It is true. The ripple effect. If many can feel peace all at one time, it is felt throughout the world, and it is, and people do not believe that. How can it be? Because it's vibration, and we talked about the intensity of. And it is true, you walk around with the intense emotion of happiness, you can really tick some people off, yes. Some people have really toned down their happiness when they speak to others because they don't want to make another feel badly. My happiness is making them feel badly. They don't like me. They feel they think I have everything. They don't want to be around me. So they've toned down their happiness, and all that did was just bring in that vibration even closer. So we have shared, and we wanted to make these segments so much shorter, and it's just not going to happen, not today. So we are just creating a space to share little tidbits of information, to allow one to search within for their own wisdom. Words are words. What we are sharing, you can say, it's BS. You can take it to your heart if you will. You can ponder the words. You can dismiss the words. It's your choice. It is your choice. But we're just wanting to share a perspective from our perspective, how you can feel better than perhaps you are feeling. That's it. That's it in a nutshell. We have always shared kindness, compassion, love. It is the answer. Love is the answer to all things. And it is. And if you find that vibration of love, even when something is unpleasant delivered to you right on your doorstep, here, a silver platter of unkindness. Here you go. It's yours today. I'm delivering it to you. Not we. We're just being playful in our delivery. One is presented something so unkind on a silver platter. When you find the vibration of compassion, kindness, love, you find forgiveness. When you find compassion towards the one holding the silver platter, you find peace. Really, really, really good. There is great love for you. Thank you. Thank you.